Welcome to Let's Talk About It. Jeffy, I am. Welcome to my channel. Hope everyone's having a beautiful, beautiful day, a beautiful evening. And let's talk about it, right? I was thinking about hip hop music here lately. I have a daughter that just started school today. So it made me think about the hip hop state. Usually I go, I talk about the men in our community and the things that we endure and what we go through. But today I'm going to do a little something different. Because one thing I have realized is when you speak out and you reach out to some of these young men nowadays, I think the culture has been feminized because these guys get hurt in their feelings and they kind of make up alternative excuses for why they are who they are. But that's a whole different story. We'll talk about that a whole lot later. What I kind of want to address is the state of the hip hop world. From the BET Awards, I kind of had some different thoughts on women hip hop. Yes, I like the Cardi B's. She's all right. I like Megan Thee Stallion. Um, as far as all that goes, I believe that these women are excellent business women, and the thing that they have accomplished in the hip hop world solidifies them to be, you know, considered great or whatever. But I started looking at the beauty behind it, far as like the culture, the clothes, and being, a hip hop fan from the '80s. We had painted jeans, ripped jeans, lotto shoes, felines, Kango hats, whatever. And I understand culture. So in 2024, I started looking at our options. And far as I said, far as business wise, I think these young ladies are really doing their thing. But far as image wise, I think there's a lot of mixed signals. Um, I seen Ice Spice, some of her shorts of her last video she filmed, and she wasn't into the twerking. It had some words with her staff. Okay, the Glorilla thing. I don't understand it. But I'm not that age. But I understand uh, the hip hop, or it's got so far away from originality and being individuals. So I want to touch on like the way these women look nowadays. And yes, a lot of our men are feminized and they are really emotional. And I hear a lot of complaints from women. So I thought I'd try to, de, you know, dive deep inside it so I can figure out how I can address this. I'm a guy that, when I watch television or listen to music, I'm an MC Light fan, Queen Latifah fan, and as I said, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion nowadays, excellent businesswomen, excellent businesswomen. And then when you look into the movie areas, you got Tracy Ellis Ross, Angela Bassett, uh, you know, um, beautiful women across the board. And as a person of color, you see the different shades and spectrums of the beauty that we possess in our community and as a black woman. And I love it. I love to see the different shapes, different styles, different hairstyles, the different acts, the different especially like what Nicki Minaj what she does. So I want to this is one of the touch I want to touch on like with the new female rappers. They are they're a younger breed and what they say they get into the money. Yeah, they are. They are. I can't complain about that. And you have like I said, Ice Spice before, pretty young lady. You got Doja Cat, which really isn't hip hop, but she has inspirational music. I'm not inspirational, but she's different. And that's another shade of a mixed young lady in this world we live in. So when we break it down, I want to see what Glorilla looked like just in pictures. She's a pretty young lady, right? So then we get to this we get to Sexy Red. And I don't dig none of her music. I think it's hype for the women, for what they do and being out and about. It does get the settings, the club and all them settings really, it get it jumping. It does what it's supposed to do. And far as a businesswoman, I kind of looked into some of that and how she's moving. She's actually a pretty good businesswoman, or she has a very good team. Okay, fair enough, right? And I was on Google and scrolling through some pictures without all the makeup and everything. She has tattoos on her face without the makeup. She's a very pretty young lady, which it impressed me, and it makes me wonder for the image and what she portrays. Is that really her? And is it just for the financial gain? Because all this BBLs and things of that are going out of style. We're getting back to the natural beauty and the natural essence of a woman. Excuse me. So, excuse me for a moment. And looking at Sexy Red, she has songs with a big superstar, 5-star artist. She's doing her thing. She's doing her thing. But without that makeup, she's a real pretty girl. And she just gave birth. And it just makes me think, it's like, wow, that this is what it comes down to. Is this really entertainment? I have teenage daughters that the, one of them's a tomboy, and she's not even feeling it, but she really doesn't get the gist of everything. Now, when you look at Lotto, watching her back on the TV show, I think Lotto is a very good lyricist. She's an MC, and when she was younger, she was on that TV show, and she really got busy. So she writes her own rhymes. She's really talented. In her image, she's a real pretty young lady, and her last project is called Honey Sugar Pie or something of that. But it's a reminisce of the late '70s and early '80s. That whole vibe when movers and shakers was out getting it. And the first 5 songs off her album, I was really impressed. I can't even, and her subject content is high, but her wordplay is sexy, but it's relatable. Okay, now back to Sexy Red, right? She's also a pretty girl, and her new business venture involves lip gloss, and that shook me up and made me really kind of think about the culture and think about the young women and these soft, I almost cuss, these soft guys who have to deal with this and why they are the way they are and why they look at life, excuse me, and treat women a certain way. So I was like, okay, let me look at this lip gloss. And Sexy Red lip gloss, when I seen it, it made me think about life and where we actually at in 2025. But going into 2025, right? She has a lip gloss that is brown called Booty Hole Brown. Wow. She has one called Coochie Juice. Okay. And she has another one called Gonorrhea. That's green. Now, ladies, if you put that on your face and it's green, for all it stands for, it's just wrong. I'll leave it like that. It's just wrong. And she also has Blue Balls, which is a disgusting title with the other ones. And there's a lady, ah, one called Nut, which insinuates semen. It's funny, but it's sad in so many ways. And then Sex on My Period, of course, that's Brick Red. And I'm so disappointed, but it's a money play. But for the long run, It's a cheap product. It's not anything like a Fendi, which which you really can't compare. But since we are talking about it, you know, I was just so disappointed. So I thought I'd share my thoughts real quick and like, comment, and yeah, like and comment, subscribe. First of all, subscribe, but comment and let me know what you think because I thought that was interesting. All these titles of her lip gloss is STDs or something really nasty. But the thing is, people are really buying this product, and you know, for the progress in the feminine movement and the women movement, it sets them far back, far as I'm concerned. Because look where we at. We already have weak men with weak state of minds. Now we have women who are very strong in this matter. And they really rule the world if you think about it. And no, and to be sarcastic, now I see why these guys are so soft and the way they act and so emotional. Because look at what they dealing with. Yes, there are some real productive, real beautiful, in and inside and out women that are out here that can really enhance your life and have there's good company out there. I say that. And for the image they portray for most women nowadays, it's a sad thought to think that a lot of these women, not even knowing, they don't really listen to the lyrics. They listen to the lyrics, but the music is the beats and the production behind the music is what gets them really going. So, and then with the dressing and the way they dress and all that. For me being an older gentleman, who am I to complain? Individuality is what you choose it to be. Everything is subjective. But things like this is kind of offensive. Even though it's a money play and financially this young lady may, you know, have a gain, but you really want that? Do you really want that on your jacket? And what if she decides to come out all the red lipstick and the red hair and things like that and start acting, you know? So you're gonna have booty hole brown lipstick on? I'm just saying. Think about it. Jeffy, I am. Quick thought for the mind. We talked about it. I'm gone.